Synth Fam, I'm Kalel Jagger, and welcome to a supersized episode of Show and Tell with Bunny X, and some special appearances by Karen Zoe Lee, Ashley from Forged in Neon, Zarina, and System Glitch. Cheers. Hey, how are you?
Wow, it's so nice to see you.
Likewise. Look at you guys with your cool brick wall.
I know. It's like a fake backdrop.
Yeah, it is.
So glad you made it. This is a long time coming. I've been wanting to do this. Like I've said it before, I think I even emailed you once that you girls just remind me of the girls from our youth, you know, the girl bands, and definitely, I don't know. I mean, it's just two of you, but you remind me of the Bangles, and I've said that before.
Yes, you have.
So I saw them perform. I'm from New York as well, so I saw them perform at the Beacon. It was March of 1989. I mean, I remember vividly. It was a one-night thing. So, what girl groups or girl bands were influences?
Sure. I mean, for me, it was kind of all the big ones that you might anticipate. So, of course, Madonna, you know, Janet Jackson. Let's see, Cyndi Lauper. I mean, yeah. So it's just all the usual suspects. Definitely Kim Wilde, huge fan. I sang "Keep Me Hanging On" during a talent show.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, so it was a summer camp talent show. It was my claim to fame.
Wow.
The girl that was supposed to sing it got stage fright right before we were getting ready to go on. It was a lip syncing thing, so it wasn't actually, there wasn't too much pressure, but she got really nervous. So I stepped in for her, and my microphone was a wooden spoon with like aluminum foil around it as the microphone.
That is
so yeah. Claim to fame, but yeah, so those are the big, you know, the big ones.
Big
ones.
And Miss Mary,
The Go-Go's were my favorite, actually. My first tape I ever bought with my own money.
was who?
The Go-Go's,
Yeah,
and they still sound good to this day, believe it or not.
they sure do.
Pre-pandemic, I fell into this nostalgic trip, revisiting Kim Wilde's albums, Another Step. And
I love Another Step.
Yeah,
Obsessed.
amazing. And so, but what happened was that was again pre-pandemic, and for that whole year, I was, you know, playing it over and over on YouTube, and somehow the algorithm caught wind, and then suddenly I was transported to like Night and Ollie Ride, and then something called Synthwave, and then there you girls were.
Oh my gosh.
And it's just one of those things. So, but we'll go back to the music stuff in a bit. So. Origins, Abigail, where are you from originally?
So I'm originally from Virginia, but I've been living here in New York for a long time. I moved up to New York in 2005. So I just wanted, you know, it was like small town girl, big dreams. And I came up on a Greyhound bus with 2 suitcases and moved in with a random person I met on Craigslist, and the rest, as they say, is history. But yeah, that's where I'm from originally. Yeah.
Nostalgic, right?
And Mary's born and raised New Yorker like yourself.
Bronx girl.
Whereabouts?
I would say
Bronx.
It's hard to, yes, the Bronx is pretty big, believe it or not. So there are certain sections of it. One place that I've lived in for a long time is called Classen Point. So that doesn't really make sense to most people because they don't usually hear it referred to very often. But
Well,
yes,
I know.
I'm a Hoboken person,
Okay.
but you know, whatever.
Yeah, I know most of the Bronx. I'm from the Bronx myself, so I know from everything from the south up to like Riverdale. So that is definitely good to know, and that's how I used to listen to WLIR and DRE, which you and I talked about online, and that's what kind of started me as a kid with new wave, and the New Romantics and all of that. So it's just I got so much history there. It's amazing.
Oh, that's so cool. So
Yeah.
fellow Bronx girl.
That's so cool. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah, big time.
In
So
the boogie,
Yeah, in the boogie
two ladies
town.
from the boogie town. Okay.
oh yeah, and it was everything. It was meant to be. We won't get into the traumas of that. Well, that's for another time for Dr. Phil. But so I guess we can move ahead. We will talk about some 80s stuff when we do our show and tell later. But how did you two meet and become Bunny-X?
Yeah, so we met actually just right after I moved up here in 2005. Got linked up with a couple girls through my roommate at the time. And then one of those girls ended up being Mary. So we ended up going out and doing karaoke, eating pizza, drinking beer, hanging out. And, we just became super tight friends and we're, getting together just about every couple times a week, honestly, at a point there. And yeah, just exploring New York City, having fun, going out. And then we got really into karaoke and it became
it was a thing, a Wednesday night.
Truly a ritual thing. And we would go on a weekly basis. So that's when we eventually started doing some duets together, some ABBA songs.
Oh, wow. Did you do the dances as well? The ABBA?
I don't dare try.
We'll leave that one to the experts, but we started to play around with our voices and, Mary's such an amazing harmonizer. So we would start to kind of sing these duets together. And then people, would come up to us afterwards and say, wow, that was really good. And I was never really a singer. So it was fun for me. I mean, I sang in high school, like in chorus, but it was fun for me to explore that a little bit. Mary actually had more experience singing and was in some bands, there for a while.
Mostly cover bands. I mean, it's kind of the way to go if you just like, certain songs or whatever. So it's not like I was in one band forever. I mean, I did spend some time with a cover band that was supposedly just Rolling Stones songs, but they didn't stick to it. So now they're doing whatever they want, which is completely fine with me.
Yeah.
I mean, you blend amazingly well. So obviously it was like, there's something there.
Yeah, we started to get that kind of spark, but it was, but years went by before we, thought about, writing our own songs and working on our own music.
Right.
But it was actually through that experience, through that process of singing backup vocals for other artists and in cover bands. We both sang in a Queen cover band. And then Mary sang in other cover bands as well. And it was kind of through that whole process of getting our chops going, learning how to harmonize, learning how to perform, becoming more comfortable on stage, doing shows on a regular basis, meeting people. It was all through that. And it was great. But then I realized, why don't we try writing our own material? Like, what about doing some original stuff? I honestly just got sick of singing other people's songs. Yeah. I was like, I want to sing my own damn songs.
Exactly.
So, cool. So you guys do write music and lyrics and produce?
Oh, absolutely. Okay. Oh, absolutely. Right. Oh, for sure. Yeah. We get help from producers that we work with, different producers over the years.
True.
But we write all of our songs and, collaborate with other producers to make it all come together. But yeah, we write all of our own.
That's so cool. Well, I want to tell you that, I have 3 of my favorite songs. So Come Back is actually the track that basically introduced me to you girls by Kim Wilde. Through the algorithm.
So cool. That's so great.
That's number 1, and that's right here playing.
If you could only read my mind, I think you should come back. Share the night with me. I think you should come back. I think you should come back.
And then, of course, Perfect Paradise, was
Yeah.
the song of the summer. You know what I mean? Am I
Oh,
right?
thank you.
Hey, you betcha I don't mind if we stay up late and talk all night, and we can share our dreams under the moonlight.
It really did well. People really connected with that one. When I was working on the demo, because the music is by Don Del Piero, who's so talented and
Oh, yeah.
amazing. So I was listening to his record that came out. It's called Believe in Magic. Is that album that Perfect Paradise originally
Right.
came out on last January of 2021. So I followed Don on. Well, his actual name is David. I follow him on Bandcamp, and the record came out, and I was listening to it, enjoying it. And then Perfect Paradise came on, and I just started really vibing with that track. And I just started hearing some arrangement for it and some lyrics. And, I sent it to him on a lark. I was like, hey, I kind of came up with an arrangement for your track. What do you think?
Ooh,
And
okay.
he was all about it.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
No, it's fabulous. And my third, Can't Wait, again, just
Aw.
has a special spot in my heart for everything I've already said. It has that big girl bangles energy and even heart. So I love, love, love that.
You've been waiting oh so long for your time to come. So many years building up to a moment. Just keep it under control. Don't let it slip through your hands. You think your mind is playing tricks again. I promise everything will work out in the end. You're so close to the finish line. I know you can't wait.
I know coming up very soon, you have a collab with Syntronics. Is
Yeah,
that correct?
we sure do.
And Miss Mary, you got the lead. So how do you guys trade off, and how does that end up working out?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think we just, whatever each of us wants to do. Like if there's something where I'm like, oh my God, I really would love to sing that track. Or you're like, I'd love to sing that track. I mean, I haven't written a ton of songs lately, but I do have one song in the game on our album, which is also called Young and in Love. So
No.
it's that's the song.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, look, baby steps. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You
baby
know?
steps. Yeah, for sure.
But yeah.
I was happy.
So we're going to
with
listen
it.
to a little bit of that here, a little sneak peek, of course, like a few seconds, because
Sure.
Oh yeah.
I thought we could drive into the middle of nowhere tonight. I thought it could help get things off your mind. You said, oh, well, think about it. Think about how it all was before. But every night it's like I'm going a little bit crazy, yeah. Strangers again.
yay.
Ooh, perfect. Little premiere action. We like it.
Yeah,
I absolutely love it.
definitely.
What is that? Do you hear a doorbell?
Oh, I think I do actually, or maybe a phone call.
Let's see.
Funny.
Come in. Who's there? It's Karen Zoe Lee, everyone.
Oh my gosh.
Hello.
Welcome, lovely lady. Have you girls met before?
Sort
A
of.
little-
I met
Hi.
Abigail at Outland, but I don't think I've met Mary in person.
Oh, yeah, no, I wasn't able to go, but
Oh.
I wish I had.
It's so nice
Ah.
to see you. You look
Yeah.
beautiful.
And you as
So
well.
I'll turn it over to you for a minute.
Me? I get to ask questions?
Mhm.
All right. Well, I'd really love to see you on stage. Is there any chance you'd be doing a West Coast tour?
Ooh, actually, we
Wow.
do have some news on that front.
One date.
Yeah,
Really?
it's not exactly a tour, but we are going to be doing a one-off, on which so we might be able to schedule another show on around that same time. But we are going to be in LA June 18th for more of an Italo disco performance.
Okay.
And with a special kind of festival going on with that. We're actually waiting on more details. So we'll share those as we get them in. But maybe we
Awesome.
can set something up because
Yeah, that would
I
be
know
fun.
I know Glitbider's there and Lennon Riot's there in LA.
Aw,
Right on.
So that would be cool.
that would be very cool.
Yeah, but we should try to get a West Coast tour, like
Yeah.
maybe like a mini tour and hit.
I would love
Yeah.
to see a lot more people perform in Seattle, though. I would love to see the scene out here blow up. Not just because I'm lazy and don't want to leave, but I will. I'll go to both. I'll go to the Seattle
Hundo
show.
P.
Yeah, I've gone as far as London. You know, Ollie's show. I went to Ollie's first show out in London. He hasn't been out here
Wow.
yet, but
Cool.
I still would like him to visit.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, sorry. I heard the doorbell ring. I think we have another guest. May we?
Oh my gosh.
Let's.
I swear this is the last one.
Oh, look, everyone. It's Ashley Forged in Neon.
Okay.
Audio gods, why do you smite me? My God. I wish I was a little bit more technically minded than I am, but there we go. I am so sorry I didn't drop in tonight to see you lovely ladies. It's been an interesting ride the last hour to try and figure out what exactly had gone on, and I still don't know. But hopefully I'll iron that out in the near future because I'm going to need it. Hopefully you had a great evening. Thank you so much indeed for the invite. And thank you so much indeed for your support, each and every single one of you. I really wanted to thank you in person for that, but it'll have to wait for another time. But I will in turn, of course, as always, support you together and individually because you're all such fantastic ladies and integral to this scene. And long may you reign. I hope to speak to you all soon. All my love. Bye-bye.
Oh, hopefully we'll get her back.
That was so nice, though. It was a little hi.
Yeah.
Hello. It's Zarina, everyone.
Oh
All right.
my
Hi.
God.
We're
Hey. Oh,
Hi.
hey. Oh my
Who's
gosh.
here?
Hi.
Vera, how are you?
I have to say first, the Queen of Arcana is here. The Queen of Baroque
Yes.
Pop. Baroque Pop.
Right. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, indeed.
Yay.
Hello, how's everyone?
So good to see you.
So good
I'm
to see
cannot
everyone.
wait
You
for your-
guys, everyone looks beautiful.
Oh, I was just
Oh,
gonna
you
say
do
to
too.
you, gorgeous.
Have you all met before?
Yeah, we've actually met in
Oh,
person.
yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
Yup.
Karen, how are you?
Just same old, same old. Just another pandemic day.
So going back to Arcana real quick, I do have your teaser, and we're playing that virtually right now. So, boop. What an amazing project. I mean, you're so, how do you come up with these things? This
Oh,
whole concept.
I don't know. Like, ever since I moved to Spain, like I went through a massive shift and just everything, like, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. And then it kind of like called me to do something major. And I always wanted to take my project into like, multiple levels. And that's how Arcana came about, or Arcana.
Arcana, see, we were Arcana, Arcana, tomato.
Yeah, but it's nice to be able to kind of like do the bigger picture for a record. It's not just like a record, it has like a story, and then it has like all these visual peripherals, and they all tie in together into a giant world. And I've been wanting to do something like that for a while.
Yeah, it's very, very exciting. Even a wine bottle. I mean, I'm like, wow. And
Well, that's a Zarina tradition. You can ask Bunny X because they've actually did it.
Yes, we do know from that. And anyone any lucky person that gets a bottle of that they're very, very lucky indeed, because the last batch for one of the previous singles was incredible. What was the song again, Zarina, that you had the previous one?
It was for Blaze. It was for the music video that
That's
you guys
right,
also
of course. How could we forget? Because we were in the video. That cider was incredible. I still think about it.
Really?
Yes.
I don't think I even tried
Really?
it. I don't think I did. I was so hot and sweaty.
Oh no. It was the after. It was the party where we watched the video.
Oh, the party.
Yeah.
Oh, that was fun.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was good.
It was-
Actually, whatever it was, I loved it.
It was excellent.
Are you making me
Man.
miss New York? Because like
Oh,
it's a
well, we
party.
miss you.
Oh,
Yes,
that's
we miss you.
right. We have another New York girl here. So Bronx here, Mary Bronx. And where were you?
Well, I was raised in Queens.
Excuse me.
Okay. We got all the boroughs represented, and I live in Brooklyn, so we're covering a lot of the bases.
I was a Brooklynite for a year and a half.
Yay.
I was a
And then
Brooklynite, like,
back home.
I visited New York for 2 weeks alone.
It counts. It counts. It counts. That's amazing. So, I mean, since Zarina's here, Karen, would you like to ask a question?
Oh, Zarina. I can't wait to get my deluxe bundle, by the way. I just want to say that I sprung for that on Bandcamp Day. I can't wait to see everything that comes in that.
Ooh, thank you so much for picking it up.
I'm going to ask the same question I asked Bunny X, but is there a chance you'll be performing in Seattle, possibly this year? Maybe next?
You know what? I'm actually about to take on a new job in fashion, and it's actually based in the United States, although I'm working out of Spain. So there's a huge possibility that I'll be traveling to the US a lot this year, and I'll make sure to
That's
do a show in
awesome.
Seattle if ever, like, the opportunity arrives, like, but I'm just excited about that opportunity because I get to see home. I get to see, well, I know I'll get to see Buddy X.
Yay.
But yeah, if it actually happens, I will definitely play in Seattle.
That would be exciting.
Man,
Love that.
Awesome.
awesome. Gotta get some traveling miles. What are those miles called? Or the buddy passes or something?
Bunny pass.
Bunny pass.
Multi-pass.
How about we all just go to
Multi-pass.
Spain? Let's go to Spain. I've never been.
Actually, you guys should all come to Spain.
Would love to. I've
Girl,
never been to Spain.
This
That's
is
on my
recorded
bucket
now.
list.
It's on tape. Let's go. Girls trip.
Absolutely.
I'm so glad you're here. I mean, this is, ladies of electronic music and synthwave and Bunny X Appreciation Day. It's all of these things. It is, and I'm just very grateful and so glad that you've all crossed paths in the past, and that I'm the new girl on the block. I appreciate being let in a way, but
of course, welcome.
Thank you. And I did want to mention that Laura Dre and I were talking about the boys club, and it's funny because when I mentioned to a guy friend that I was going to do this all power girl interview, he's not in the music business, and he was joking, oh yeah, I wonder how many diva cat fights are going to ensue. And it's like, and it was funny and cute for a moment, but
He's single.
it
Bet he
brings
is.
Yeah, me too.
and of course super
Everybody's
cute
on single.
and super cute. But of course, it did make me think. It's like, is that what guys think happens when girls get together? And I'm going to post something out there. Let's help dispel that myth a bit, because I did want to share that one of my first experiences just recently is kind of questionable, and I'm trying to figure it out. So I met one of these synthwave bloggers in November, and I'm just super friendly, and I pointed out a typo they had in a piece, in an article, a typo, and it was a very tiny mistake, and she blocked me from IG. Just boop, block. Like It wasn't even like I wasn't being malicious at all. It was like, oh, by the way, you got this error. And no, she completely blocked me, and she's not on many platforms, but I met her in person in London at Ollie Ride, and I was going to email her beforehand, but I said, no, just meet her in person. And I had to stand in front of her and like, hi, because she would not look at me. And
Wow, what a weirdo.
And I was like, listen, I have to let this person know I'm not a monster. And I even said, listen, I just thought I was helping you out as a writer. And she was like, yeah, let bygones be bygones and all this stuff. And I thought that was the case. She has yet to unblock me. And again, I'm the new girl on the block. And I thought since there's so few of us, I thought it was, supporting each other, lifting each other up if possible. I mean, critical, if it's constructive criticism is helpful, right? But
absolutely.
But the thing is, this made me think, wait a minute, is this deeper than what I think? Is she phobic? Is she anti-LGBT? Is it, and I'm going to use the words in the words of the immortal Kelly LeBrock.
Don't hate me because I'm beautiful.
That's right. Yes.
No, I'm kidding. I'm the most insecure person there is. But I say that because find a good reason to hate me. I can be an asshole, like I guess a lot of us can, but
You're New Yorker, right?
Yeah.
And
you're just keeping it real.
I see you.
Mary's like speaking my language.
Well, especially from the Bronx. So I guess there is a question here. The question is, how do you guys feel about being females in this industry, and do you find it supportive as a sisterhood, or do you find there is cattiness and competition? Go, Zarina.
For sure, there's. It depends. I've come across. I've met so many people in the scene, and in general, the scene is really lovely. And from coast to coast in the United States, I've yet to meet synth fam here in Europe. But the ones that I've met and I've hung out with and met in person, for the most part, very, very lovely people. But for sure, you'll come across folks, regardless of gender, you'll come across folks with certain, traumatized childhood, personality, disorders. So if anything, if there's any cattiness, it would be maybe due to that. It would stem from something deeper issue. And then, and you never know, these days, you never know who you come across, it's a giant community, so it's like everyone comes from different, backgrounds and, upbringing. So there's definitely going to be, differences in values, differences in principles. And sometimes, also age difference, for sure. Age difference is huge. A few years makes a huge difference. Some people just need to grow up, and some people have already graduated and gone through life, in so many cycles. So, yeah, I think that's common. That's that's everywhere.
And I did take that into consideration. I'm a big proponent for mental wellness. That was one of the first things that's why I tried to be approachable in person. It's like, maybe there is some anxiety and some trauma. I can relate, but it didn't matter. And it's really sad. It's really sad. So Karen, have you seen anything like that?
Specifically in this scene?
Yeah. Or comedy. It's all.
Well, comedy is its own. If you want a boys club, go see comedy. because they come in the door with the women aren't funny, and you just don't have a chance at that point because it's their mindset, But in the scene, not so much.
Yeah. That's
As
good
far
to
as
know.
like sexism or phobias or anything. The only thing I will say is that I think I knew who you confronted, and she was going through some. She had a death in the family, and honey, trust me, it's not about you.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's not about anything about who or what you are. It's just, it was her life,
Well, that's what, for me, the insecurities of why I am who I am and all that all come from that. It's like, it's always questioning, and we try our best, but I guess part of this forum is not everyone's going to like our music. Not everyone's going to feel us. Not everyone's going to be into us. And that should be okay. I'm working through that, but there's also that blunt honesty. Would we rather hear someone say, well, I don't like your music, or is there a way to say certain things and still be respectable and respected? Because I've noticed we're all very nice in this community, and I love it, and still very supportive, regardless of tastes and styles and all that stuff. And so, Bunny Girls, what do you think?
Yeah, I definitely echo, what Zarina and Karen said already. I think it's definitely been a mix of both. Overall, I find the scene in general with everyone that's in it super supportive. We've definitely been welcomed because Mary and I for the longest time were really just doing Italo and kind of more synth pop stuff even before that. So we weren't, we were kind of only more in the, quote unquote synthwave, retrowave scene just for the last couple of years. But yeah, so we've definitely been welcomed in it and, been made to feel welcome for the most part. I think in general, and I think this is, I'll say this for myself, I won't speak for Mary, but I think a lot of us do get a little self-absorbed also in our quest to, get the music out there, be heard and seen. Everyone's kind of fighting to get their stuff out there. There's so much. The scene has gotten especially even more crowded over the last couple of years. So I think that we kind of, maybe just don't see that we're not, being as supportive as we probably could.
Yeah, it's very
I think
difficult.
people are kind of just thinking of themselves and their own music, their own plans. And I think that we all could do a better job of that, of supporting others. I mean, often Mary and I will try to post stories when someone has a new song come out, and we, try to share a story. And I've been getting a little bit more busy lately just with life and work in general. So I don't do that as much as I used to, but I try to think about that. And then there's some folks that are extremely, that are really good about supporting the artists and will, do tweets with all of the, the links to everyone's, a bunch of different artists. And so I don't know. We could all probably work on that, though. I think if
it
the
is
scene in
what it is,
general,
just like any other family. And speaking of synth families, what would a synth fan be without a few good brothers, supportive brothers, and they're definitely a good amount. And in fact, I hear the doorbell, and we made a brother popping
Who can it
in.
be?
You invited a boy?
Here, brother, system glitch, everyone.
Oh,
Hey, Bobby.
Hey,
Hey,
Bobby.
everybody.
Crashing the girls' party.
I am.
Bobby.
Woo.
All right, you can let one
Fox in the
boy.
hen house today, right?
Yes, big
Bark.
time.
What does that make you?
Well, thanks, Vero. Appreciate that.
That was me.
Oh, who was it? Oh, it was you.
Hey,
Oh, well,
buddy.
I didn't expect that from you. I expected it from Zarina. I didn't expect it from you.
Wow. Okay.
So speaking of stuff, System Glitch, there's a remix for Bunny X. Is that correct? That's coming out in the.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to save all those critical details for them. I don't want to disclose wrong stuff. So, Mary, Abby, anything you guys want to say about any of that?
I mean, yeah, the word is out. It's kind of like
It is
we
kind
haven't actually made like a formal announcement yet about the remix album, but there have been some little hints here and there.
Yep.
And it's so I feel like some little excitement is starting to build, but we're gonna do a proper announcement pretty soon.
Yeah.
And we are thrilled that you are on it.
A part of it. Yes.
It is such an amazing remix. I don't know. I don't want to give too much away because I think it's going to be really a treat for everybody to hear. But really, we got the royal treatment on the remix for Perfect Paradise. Mary and I have been listening to it constantly. We're 100% obsessed, and it's just a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Wow. So, I mean, do I have a few permission to let them hear 10, 20 seconds or do
I think a little
Do it.
little
Little
teaser,
teaser.
little tease.
If you wanna believe in something, then let it be this one thing, paradise. We can make it last forever, as long as we're together, it's paradise. Hey, you betcha I don't mind if we stay.
Awesome. Well, and System Glitch, you're working on your second album still. I want to know just, how that's coming along for you.
Well, I'm excited to have some projects that have made it worth stopping work on my album. I have taken some time off, slowing down a little bit. And thanks for asking. I mean, obviously I didn't want to just pop an album out and then kind of fade off into the ether. I definitely wanted to be meaningful with the second one. So it will take a little more time. I feel like kind of coming off the heels of that Michael Oakley thing about a year and a half ago now, I felt like it was really important that I just like go bang, bang, bang and get some stuff out. But now that I think I've got about 20 tracks out since then, I think it's all right to ease back and kind of pull an FM84 and say, I'm going to focus on quality. The album will be out when the album's out. But I'm about halfway done, and that's why I've sort of paused it. I remember when I was working on Beyond Stars, I produced Beyond Stars, and then I went back and I was like, okay, let me get these mixes ready for mastering. And what ended up happening was I spent like another 2 months on Beyond Stars. When I thought I was going to spend 2 hours, I spent 2 months, because I went back and I was like, wow, since I finished the last track, the effort I put into the very first track is no longer enough, So I went back and I started making really important revisions and trying to like unify the sound of the whole project to itself. And I think that's something I'm really focused on this time around, is making sure that every single one of them could be a hit, not just a couple of them and a whole bunch of fillers, but all the way through. Yep.
We will be waiting. We are patient peoples. So
yeah, I appreciate that.
Awesome.
But it's worth it. I did not feel like there was any filler in Beyond Stars.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Agreed.
Yeah. The intro is especially good. There was an amazing feature. I think she's actually in the room today. So Cara and Zoe Lee did a voiceover.
Nice.
She did
didn't I?
She did a voiceover as a newscaster on the intro track of the album. So that was nice. I appreciate that very much. Actually, we had a great release on Night Ride with the album release as well. We actually took some time. I don't know if you guys have heard this, but went back and did an entire radio drama between each track to actually provide detail and background to the plot. And she and I got to play leading characters in it, and it was a wonderful process. We got it all done in like 2 days. It was just miraculous.
Cool.
So, really special. One of my favorite memories from being in the scene so far is working on that project with her. So it's really cool.
I love doing it. That was fun.
Yeah.
It was all you though.
maybe not.
Dude, right away, your studio looks really badass.
Thank you.
Look at all these scenes. Yeah, look at that.
And
like
you too can have this look for $76 on Amazon. So yeah, it's literally nothing but the PVC tiles. I'm not in some spaceship somewhere, but people keep asking me, is this a claw machine? This is not a claw machine.
It looks like a claw machine.
It's the Jupiter 2 from Lost in Space. So my father-in-law actually made it for us here because he was like, oh, you like retro? You obviously love this. And
That's so cool.
he's totally right. It's the dopest thing in here.
Okay, super cool. So guys, thank you for joining us on this Sunday afternoon, and actually it's nighttime for Zarina in Spain. But I did want to do a quick show and tell because we're kind of running out of time. So what did we bring? Let's see, who wants to go first?
I'll go first. Yeah, since I have a few records to
Oh.
show. One of these is yours. So like we could start with that if you want to hold on to that.
Yeah.
In no particular order, to be honest. And I have other albums that are like languishing in my my storage space, but I do have three of my all-time faves. Got me some Cheap Trick right here.
Nice.
Love them. Cheap Trick, I just love them. I don't know. I saw them like 3 times in 1 year. It was like really a little bit overkill, but it was so much fun.
That's awesome.
I love me some Sinead. I know sometimes she goes through it and it breaks my heart, but I love her. And I know you do too. We
Yeah,
both love
we
her.
do.
I'm still reading her book and I think she's just like a miracle. So I love her.
Yeah. The voice
We
of an
love her.
angel.
The voice of an angel. I mean, we were like bawling.
Yeah.
When we saw her at Highline Ballroom, we were like both like
Yeah, we were
tears
very
down
emotional.
our faces. Like she was so, her voice is just alone was like heaven.
She's
And
incredible.
we got some Susie,
Susie and the band.
Gotta love the Suze.
rounded out with some Susie Sue. Hope she's doing well.
Yeah, and I recently found this record, $6.
Fun Fun.
I'm obsessed with Fun Fun. I don't know if you guys are familiar,
Fun
but they're
I know that.
yeah, Color My Love, obsessed with this Italo disco.
Okay.
These girls,
Yes, girl.
they are the most. And then of course, as you know, as we talked about Cal with the Lips phone, it now goes with us at pretty much everywhere
we go.
for every show. I don't know if it still works, but it very well might.
It's so
It's nice
cool.
having some props.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Karen, what did you bring?
What did I bring? For show and tell, I brought my Ganga.
Oh,
Now,
so cute.
There's a story here. I had
Adorable.
one of these in, let's see, I was born in 85 and I had one of these as a toddler and it went mysteriously missing. And it's just, she sucks her own thumb. She has this little wooden I love you sign.
Oh,
And it went missing
adorable.
and I never saw her again until 2012 or 2013 when my husband found this,
Oh,
the only one online from the 80s,
Wow.
exact model. This isn't the one, but this came out in the 80s with the one that I had, and now I take good care of it. I'll never lose it again.
oh,
It's
that's so
Ganga.
sweet. Really, really sweet.
Nice husband there. Super cool.
Yeah, he was still trying to win
Great
me
husband. That's amazing.
over.
And Zarina, what do you got?
Well, it's not from the 80s, from like the 90s. So that's like the most retro I have at home. But it's Motoko Kusanagi from Ghost in the Shell.
Oh,
Figure,
wow.
action figure. I don't know if you guys
That's so cool.
Wow. That is incredible.
And I'm a
Oh,
big
yeah.
Ghost in the Shell fan. So is my husband. So we have like a lot of Ghost in the Shell collectibles, but this is like the oldest one.
Wow. It's cool.
Yeah.
I like the glowing
Some
eyes.
beautiful.
Right?
And she's sexy. You can
She
see her butt.
is. Look at that booty.
butt over there.
Hey.
She's got a booty.
Got a booty for days.
Yeah.
Is it lighting up? Is it?
Yeah, well,
it's a-
actually we added that light bit. It's like, those LED light strips for the eyelashes or something, or for your eyelids. So we added it in the in the little visor. The visor is part of the original, but we just added that little LED bit.
Super cool.
Oh,
Thank
it's very
you.
cool.
Yay. And Bobby, what do you got?
So one of these is authentic from my childhood, and one of these is authentic to my childhood. It's the same stuff. So, much like Karin, I had an original copy at one point of The Legend of Zelda. So,
Ooh.
Oh,
This-
wow.
Yeah, wow.
1988.
Nice.
I had this one. This is I had to rebuy, so this is an investment. But this I still had. So my mother, when I was growing up, was obsessed with making sure I had a keychain collection. It was like the weirdest thing. I'm out of breath 'cause I ran it across the house to get the Zelda cartridge because I forgot about it. But what I did have already, I was planning on showing you guys, was this is actually an OG. So this is from
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
and it can hold your keys. I guess that's what it does. It
Oh, wow.
holds keys. Fully featured. Fully featured.
Fully featured.
And, but that's what it does. And you know, if you don't know how keychains work, because we're all old now.
What is a keychain? All right.
Yeah, so it's really cool actually. And you know, I was just going through my bin the other day of like all of my stuff. And just for laughs, I was very tempted to actually bring my 6th place ribbon from the Smoky Mountain Rabbit Breeders Association. That was about to be what I brought.
That's just not a sentence I thought I was going to hear today. So
I've never said
thanks for
that before. So that
Aw.
was like a party in my mouth coming out. So
yeah, that is a party.
Rabbit breeders.
yeah, apparently where I grew up in the mountains in Western North Carolina. So that's a big deal. You breed your bunnies, you know. And
What
it's
kind
not-
of bunny did you breed?
they were chinchillas and stuff. We had like we had
Are
those.
our lives in danger now? I know.
Yeah, not
Since we're bunnies, are we in danger?
Are they
not
okay?
the actual, not the
Are we
actual,
gonna be okay?
not the actual chinchilla. No, like a bunny that looks like one, so they called it one. So they're still super soft. But anyways, 6th place. I never really shot for the stars, unfortunately. I didn't quite make it. But
Is it really that hard to make rabbits breed?
it's apparently the easiest thing in the world. So I stuck it.
I'm thinking it
I
probably
stuck
would be
it
hard.
in a box, I think is what we're hearing today. But anyways,
Why don't you stick to music, Bobby?
Zelda was important. Zelda was important to me. So there you go. Anyway,
Well, thank you for sharing. That was so unexpected, and yet I will never forget that. So I'm gonna show you guys something real quick. So this is y'all remember her, right?
Oh,
yes.
Get ready.
What?
Oh.
Ooh, it's a pop-up?
Oh,
Barbie.
The Barbie.
wow.
The Barbie flash
No
dance?
way.
Yep.
that's pretty cool actually.
So
I didn't know that
great.
existed.
Me either. I kind
Did
of
you
want
know that she appeared in the one of the episodes in Boba Fett?
Oh, we
No way,
yeah,
seriously?
it is
Yeah.
amazing.
Oh,
Yeah,
exciting.
she looks amazing.
It's insane. We were talking about all the ladies from the 80s still looking fabulous. Oh, speaking of another one.
What?
Cher.
No.
Yes. Oh my God, I love it.
Yes.
If I could turn back time.
Maybe I'll show one vinyl because we have vinyl. So this is a Into the Groove 30, you know, it's a remix kind of single. So yeah, vinyl, baby.
So great. So
great.
awesome.
I
I've
really
got
want that
many others.
jacket.
So that's all I'm going to show. I can keep going. I'll show one more because why not?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Carlisle.
Love her.
We were just talking about it. So
Yeah.
that's it. That's all I have for show and tell, guys. But and you know
That was
what?
great.
Thank you,
Like,
Kim
that's
Wilde.
awesome.
She has her tour coming up, Greatest Hits tour, this spring and summer. So
Yes.
Ooh, tickets must be purchased.
Definitely.
Change the way I feel. No one could love you more because you came, turned my life around. No one could take your place.
Yeah. Thanks for letting me come in and celebrate you guys. I'm so glad to be able to do that with y'all. I'm actually mid-project right now, so I have to bounce, but I love y'all and I'll see you soon.
Oh, me
okay?
too.
All right.
Always
Bye.
busy.
Good to see you and meet you virtually.
Absolutely. All right. Nice, Mary. Thank you. All right. See you guys.
Thanks.
bye.
Bye.
Anyway,
Yeah.
guys, I'm going to go and start editing away. Thank you for being here. I'm excited for everything. So
Thank you. And you're doing such a fabulous job, Kalel. Like, I'm so
Yeah.
impressed with you, and I'm so impressed with the show and everything that you do with Mike. You know, it's like, it's really, really awesome. And, you know, even though you say that you're new, you're definitely not new to this, I can tell. And
Yeah, agreed. I totally.
Yeah.
I'm glad you said that, Vero, because
Yeah,
I
me
was
too.
thinking the same thing.
thank you.
Yeah.
So thanks for saying that. Mhm.
I
Also,
appreciate
like-
that. But to be fair, I've had a few months, you know, practicing and listening to Karen and watching Zarina's show. So it's not like, I don't think I would have done it had I not seen and heard you girls do it and do it well. So you are all my inspiration, and Bunny X with the music. I mean, I don't want to cry, and this is not a story for now, but this is 35 years in the making for me. I am going to cry. Yes, I sang my first song in 1987, and at that age, I wasn't ready to accept anything. And it's finally now coming to fruition. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, some stuff coming out soon. And we'll leave it at that. Something very
Oh, I'm so
that's
excited to hear it. I love wild
Bacon.
horses so much. It's beautiful.
Definitely. It was such a nice
I miss you guys.
surprise.
Nice to
We
see you.
love it.
Lenny,
Yes, you guys are
Karen.
great.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Good to see you.
All right.
Thank
Mwah.
you.
Big kisses.
So yes, this was amazing. Thank you so much.
Out here ain't nothing like the way that the stars shine bright tonight.